All right, Simon Head for MMA Junkie, and joining me via the wonders of the internet is Mr. Tasty himself, the assassin, Fabian Edwards. Fabian, this is kind of a tricky spot for you. It's tricky for everybody. You know, you had a fight booked, and it wasn't too
Yeah.
far away. You know, it's a month away, and it was the fight that was really going to leap you right up into the upper echelons of that Bellator 170-pound division. First off,
Yeah.
how frustrating has that been for you? And secondly, how are you coping with the whole situation right now, being stuck at home?
It was very frustrating. Hearing the news from my manager, but to be honest, it would have been more frustrating if it was due to a pullout or an injury or something, you know. But obviously, we're all in crazy times at the moment, so it just is what it is, you know. I've been dealing with this situation good, you know. I've been training 2-3 times a day, working on certain areas I needed to fix. Yeah, so I'm trying to use it to improve.
What does training look like in this sort of lockdown period that we've got? I saw your Instagram post that you put up earlier today, shadow
Yeah,
boxing in your front room, and your son's running around. I think you said he was looking for. I think you said he was looking for something to trash. Was he
yeah.
was he successful? Did you find something?
He smashed my picture frame. He smashed, I say he smashed it, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of shadow boxing, skipping, and a lot of strength conditioning. I'm lucky to have a one of the top coaches, Johnny Velocity. Um, he's been sending me over a lot of programs. He's blessed me with some equipment. So yeah, I've been able to like do that, do a bit of pad work with my brother, and just stay active and stay fit.
Are you completely sort of homebound, or have you got a few sort of secure places that you're able to get out to and get a workout somewhere else other than inside your home?
I'm just with my like to be honest, I'm just like I've been getting workout with my family, you know, just like around the corner from mine. So I've been working there with my brother. We're lucky to have we've got like a squat rack, we've got some weights, and we've got a little matted area. So I'm able to get my cage work, my jiu-jitsu with him and strength work as well there. So it's been all right. I'm using this time to come back and be a beast.
How's Leon's state of mind? I know he was the most immediately affected guy, if you like, because he had
Yeah,
the fight. It was literally almost that week, wasn't it? Where it looked like it was on, then it was off, then it was on again, and they were thinking
yeah.
about flying him over, and everything kind of fell apart. I mean, how's things with Leon?
He's all right. You know, I'm obviously disappointed in what's happened because he trained really hard, and it was best that I've seen him. You know, get ready for a fight. So apart from that, though, he's been training just like how I have. You know, I just see it as a longer training camp to get ready for our opponent, because more than likely the UFC should book that fight and Bellator should book my fight again. So I just see it as a longer training camp.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask you, you know, being a Bellator fighter and one of the bigger names on the sort of the European scene, if you like,
Yeah.
for Bellator, how much of a benefit or a boost has it been for your career having Bellator expand the way they have into Europe? Before, most of their events were stateside, and they made the occasional trip to London or over to Italy. They used to do the occasional show. But now
Yeah.
they've really entrenched themselves. Now they've got a fully fledged operation over here, and guys like yourself and some of your fellow countrymen, you're getting regular fights over on this side of the pond. I mean,
Yeah.
how much of a boost has that been for your career?
It's been a massive help to my career. You know, I'm an active fighter. I like to have 3-4 fights a year or more if I could. You know, and Bellator blessed me with that last year. Which is why I'm going through this crazy time, but financially, because I was able to fight those 4 times and I was looked after by the company, I'm in a comfortable position to look after my family whilst this hard time going on. So I can't give any more thanks to Bellator. You know, they've looked after me and they've been looking after a lot of us guys from the UK and Ireland.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And obviously, the last fight you had was against Mike Shipman.
Yeah.
Big build up to that fight. Have you had any communication with him since that fight? I know there was a fair amount of needle leading into it, but it seemed like there was a fair amount of respect at the end of it.
I still dislike the kid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I still dislike him. He's one of those people that I would never like. Um, After the fight, we never really spoke to each other. You know, he made a few posts saying rematch this and rematch that, you know. And I was considering it, you know, but to be honest, I've thought about it now. He needs to go on a 2-fight winning streak or a 3-fight winning streak for me to bless him with that again, you know. But I'm just focused on Costello van Pussy at the moment.
And you get past Costello, is it time for the top contenders in the division? How far away from you do you think, in terms of fights rather than time, because we have no idea when your next fight's going to be, right? So in terms of the number of fights, how far away do you think you are from being in a position to actually challenge for some championship gold?
I reckon Costello and then 2 more people, you know, but it could be either 3 people or 2, depending on who I fight after Costello. If I fight a former champion, then I should be challenging for the world title after 2 fights. But if not, it'll be 3 fights.
Cool. And obviously, you know, trying to keep the training up as best you can under these difficult circumstances. Yeah. What else are you doing to fill the time? Are you someone who sits and binges stuff on Netflix and Prime Video, or are you a video gamer? I mean, what do you do with your downtime, if you have any? Because you've got kids, right? So
yeah, I've been having my kids loads. I got 2. You know, I got a little boy and a girl. So like I've been having them like 5 days a week, 4 days a week. So I've been doing a lot of obviously outside walk with them and the dog. I like to have a little couples burger. You know what I mean? I'm not a heavy drinker, so I want to drink a cider. You know what I mean? I like to drink a little cider and fucking watch. I've been watching Queen of the South on Netflix. So yeah, I've been doing that. I'm not really a TV guy. I might be watching fights or with the kids, you know. But I've been trying to get into something that I like.
Nice one. Well, I hope you find something suitable, and appreciate your time, and we'll catch up with you hopefully once you've got a date for your return.
Therefore, stay safe. Thanks for having me.